Hello everyone, it's me MaxAcro11 and welcome to my new course on HTML and CSS. In this course I will be teaching you guys some basics of HTML and CSS, as you might have imagined. At the end of this course, when you finish this course or series of tutorials, however you want to call it, you will be pretty much ready to make your own little interactive, well, not interactive, but your little websites using HTML and CSS. Now later on you can pick up my other courses like JQuery and JavaScript and learn how to make those websites interactive. So yeah, these courses are all free and always will be, of course. So yeah, without further ado, I would like to begin the first lesson. In this first lesson, well, let me just say one more thing. This course will have two parts. In the first part we will be learning HTML mostly, and in the second part we will be learning CSS. So yeah, I will probably put in the description on which tutorial CSS starts, so you know if you want to skip HTML in case you already know how to use HTML and want to learn just CSS. So yeah, in this first tutorial we will just be talking about HTML and CSS a little bit. It's like an introduction, something like that. We will be answering some simple questions like why learn HTML, what does HTML stand for, and stuff like that. So let's start. Okay, so why learn HTML? So every web page you look at is written in a language called HTML. Now you can think of HTML as the skeleton that gives every web page structure. So it's the structure of every web page. That is what HTML is, pretty much. It's like the bones of the website. In this course we will use it to add paragraphs, images, headings, and links to a web page, and much more. I don't really know off the top of my head what all we're going to do, but that's just some stuff we're probably going to do. Now, like any language, it has its own syntax. Now you might ask yourself, what is syntax? So let me just kind of try to explain this in a simple manner. So if you take a look at English and then you take a look at how the sentences are structured, they're structured using grammar and stuff like that. Now if you take a look at HTML, it has syntax. So syntax is pretty much rules you have to follow when writing code. Don't worry, it's nothing that big of a deal, but for every programming language it's different, just like grammar is different for most languages. Okay, so hopefully that cleared things up a little bit. Now a browser's job, if you take a look at a browser like Google Chrome, or however it's pronounced, or Firefox, or Internet Explorer, which I don't have installed right now. If you take a look at a browser, its job is to transform or translate, I guess, the code that is written in maybe HTML or CSS into a recognizable web page, which is visual. Okay, so it turns the text, which is plain old text. I don't have any examples right here now, but you will see soon enough some examples. Maybe I will put an image on the screen right now, who knows. So it turns that code, plain old text, into a recognizable web page. Now how the heck does a computer know how to translate that HTML or CSS or whatever programming language into a web page? Well, it does so by following the HTML syntax. And remember, syntax is grammar, pretty much. Okay, so now we're going to talk about HTML. a little bit more. What does HTML stand for, you might ask? Well, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now that's a lot of words, so let me explain bit by bit. Hypertext means text with links in it, pretty much. So when you click on a word, sometimes maybe you're browsing on Facebook or whatnot, and you click on a word, and that word that you clicked on brings up a new window or a new web page. Anytime you've done that, you have clicked on a hypertext. So now you know what hypertext is. Okay, now what does markup language mean? Markup language is a programming language. It is used to make text, plain old text or code, do more than just sit on a page. So yeah, that's pretty much what it does. Now it can turn text into images, links, tables, lists, and much more. All kinds of stuff. So yeah, now what else should I say? Well, HTML is the markup language we will learn, so HTML is a markup language, as you might have guessed. Now, you might ask, what makes web pages pretty? Well, that's the job of CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Now, think of it like the skin that covers the bones. So, imagine a human, okay? So imagine the bones or the skeleton of the human, and that is HTML. Now imagine the skin, the makeup, the I don't know, shirt, the jacket, whatever he's wearing. That's all CSS, okay? So that's what CSS is. That's the relationship that HTML and CSS have. So CSS is makeup and HTML is pretty much the structure. Okay. So yeah, hopefully that cleared up a few things about HTML and CSS. I tried to keep it under 10 minutes. So yeah, that's a little introduction. And in the next tutorial we will already start to write some simple code and learn the basic structure of every web page, every HTML document. And so yeah, looking forward to the next tutorial. See you then.